I know you must be surprised, darling, but we're old friends. We've talked many times. Oh, let your guard down. A grandma like me won't be in your way. We can talk about me later, when we need to. For now, let's seize the day and take a look at the new stuff that just came in. As you can see, the fog has filled up this place, giving it a little bit of a mystery. If you see it as a magic show, I'm sure the answer to the mystery is close enough to us, only separated by a piece of red velvet cloth in the magician's hand. Now, darling, open the door and go through it. That's what it's for, as well as what makes it better than a wall. Don't you think? Whether it's locked or not, the door itself is already a sign of seduction. It's waiting for someone to pry into its little secrets. Even eagerly, I suppose? We're in, finally. Every door leads to a new space, so what I'm trying to say is, the 3 doors will probably lead to the 3rd space? Well, I've heard of that before. It's a space beyond reality and imagination. You may find its traces in both the real river of time and the imaginary one. Hope you don't mind this grandma won't stop nagging. Just take your time to organize these little ideas in your mind during the exploration. But do take these words from me. Never stop where you are. All right, I'll see you again when the time comes, darling. Hey, what's that? It's a letter. Don't you pretend you didn't see it. I know what's going on in your mind. But think about it. This is a special circumstance and manners are not to be considered. You understand me? How do you know if it's for you before you open it? Looks like even the most prominent family can't be free of disgrace. No, not even the great Mesmers, don't you think? You look pale. Sadly, I must remind you that in these shadowy corners there are much more dreadful things which you have never heard of. The Mesmers are only a small part of a greater evil. They thought they had covered up the past stories and wiped them off completely. Like a landlord who believes they have cleaned up every trace of the past tenants. But we know, in the corners and the gaps, in the places we most likely overlook, there are cigarette butts, receipts, or lost brooches. Little things that prove the existence of their owners, the friends whom we have never met in life. It might sound inappropriate, but I have to say, the harder they tried to cover it up, the more pleasant it is for us to reveal it. Now that you are here, we should get ready for some dusting. Like a broom reaching into the shadow under the bed, we are going to sweep out some long-forgotten stories. Oh, how merciful. But let's not be so sure for the moment and continue with this old anecdote first. These dental forceps have pulled out more teeth than you can imagine. Now it is in the mouth of their own child. Their hands will not tremble in the slightest. All they care about is the reputation of the family. Would you like a bet? Who do you think will win? The forceps? Or the tooth? Very well. You'd better start praying then. Pray to have a nice dentist or nice teeth. But there are always exceptions. Maybe you enjoy yourself in those days with pain as a companion. Anyways, now look up, darling. Time to move our eyes to the bad tooth. There are many new anecdotes waiting for you to discover. Come on, my child, come on. Pick it up, put it away, admire its uniqueness, and imagine the coming days with it by your side. You can read it again when you feel like it, just like how you always do with letters. Maybe. Oh, I'm only guessing. Maybe it's all worth it. Now watch your steps. Oh, look at you staggering on the ice. Yes, that's how things work when you walk on it. You go one way and you won't stop until you are blocked. I had my days when I was young and motivated, just as you are. I dashed and dashed until I hit the wall and broke my head. Knowing what choices to make is far more important than just dashing forward. Well, you are free to interpret it the way you want, because I've been there. But it does sound like a cliché. Oh, darling, the answer won't pop out by itself no matter how long you stare at the riddle. To solve it, we need something that plays the decisive role, something hiding here. Now, take a step back. That's right, back and look around. Sometimes you have to stay away from the showcase to see the price tag of the dress. Can you see the crack? It's like the mold on the wall of your bedroom, or say, the rip on your new dress. In a word, it's an eyesore. Now take out your sewing kit and thread the needle. Make sure you sew the crack tight, even if it may drag you into a fight.
Oh, 翻工啦！ A little trick. Haven't you eaten?
Nowhere.
Copy that!
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Thunder Talisman! Scientific
Don't
version!
blink.
Stop.
Easy that!
Fine. Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Crackers and fireworks!
Don't blink. A little trick. With them kind.
Swallow my exhaust!
A little trick.
梗係我捉你，唔係你捉我啊！
It seems to fit just well in those columns. Oh, that reminds me of diamond rings. It's not necessarily the biggest one that looks the best on your finger. I guess life just loves to joke. Oh, but you need to know that was just the judgment of this grandma's old eyes. It's not 100% precise, I'm afraid. The frame, nothing but another door. We've seen enough doors so far. Have you ever fallen in love with a painting because of the frame? I've seen too many cases like that, including myself. Where will it take us? You'll know when we are in the painting. Feeling a bit dizzy, darling? Relax. Take a deep breath and stare into the distance. You'll be fine when you get used to it, just like how you deal with car sickness. Four doors? This is new. Hey, Where did they imprison the cunning mole? It will be tiring to find this warmly welcomed guest in the hospital. First, you need to scour all the literal twists and turns here. Or perhaps you got something as useful as a compass in your pocket. Looks like your nose is sensitive enough to find the right way, even in this stinky dump. No. It's not yet time to blow your nose or rub your eyes. Before you take a nap, there's something you need to know. The good news.